aerobic exercise is any physical activity that makes you sweat, causes you to breathe harder, and gets your heart beating faster compared to when you are at rest. So means ang aerobic exercise mao ang bisan unsang physical nga lihok nga sington ka nga ang imong ginhawa kay paspas kung imuhang itandi sa wala pa ka nag-exercise. So ang aerobic exercise kanunay nga makapalig-on sa imong heart or kasing-kasing ug sa lungs nga maoy makapabansay sa imong cardiovascular system to deliver oxygen and efficiently throughout your body. So, here are the 4 techniques in getting the heartbeat per minute. First is the apical site. It's taken at the apex of the heart and can sometimes be felt very clearly and placing the heat of the left side of the chest. So, mao ni ang example sa apical site nga naa sa left side sa imuhang chest. So, second is carotid pulse site. It's taken from the carotid artery just beside the larynx using light pressure from the pointer and middle finger. So, ang example sa carotid pulse site is kanang nasa imuhang kanang babaw sa imong liog nga pulso mo na siya. Muna siya naa din sa middle finger. Ibuta imong middle fingers anang nasa liog. So, the third is radial pulse site. It's taken from the radial artery at rest in line with the thumb using tips of the pointer and middle finger. So, ang example sa radial pulse site is ibutang imuhang fingers sa imuhang sa wrist line, then isa na siya kapulso nga gitawag og radial pulse site. So, last is temporal pulse site. Can be obtained from the left or right temple with light pressure from the tips of the pointer and middle fingers. So, ang example ani is ibutang imuhang finger above your eyes, then na siya mga magpump din mo na siya ang tawag og temporal pulse site. And good day, my name is Angela Bumaya from Black 3.
Good day everyone, so my name is Miansi Valaod, so I'm from BAPS 1 Black 3. So my topic is all about aerobic and muscular strength. So let's go. So, physical fitness is very important for a healthy life. So, nasiya ay duha ka importante nga mga parts ani, which is ang aerobic fitness and muscular strength. So, both ni sila makatabang to prevent sa mga sakit and make our body stronger. So, let's proceed to aerobic fitness. So, what is aerobic fitness? So, aerobic fitness is the ability of the body's cardiovascular system to supply energy during continuous physical activity such as biking and running. So, ang aerobic fitness food is the ability of the heart and lungs. So, kuha ni siya sa kasing-kasing o baga nga mo'y makasupply sa oxygen to the muscles during continuous activities. So, aerobic fitness studies show that this type of exercise provides many health benefits. So, nakaprovide siya og daghan nga mga benefits sa atong health. So, such as decreasing risk for health disease, stroke, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, and some cancer. So, kaibaw naman siguro tani mga sakita. So, usa pud sa makakuan sa aerobic fitness kay makatabang po ni nato sa timbang. So, maka-improve po ni sa ato ang mood or mental health. So, there's an example of aerobic activities. So, include ani ang walking at a brisk pace. So, walking. Then, next is swimming, jogging, dancing, and etc. So, kaibaw mo unsa ng mga examples sa aerobic fitness. Kay mga basic examples naman na din murag ginabuhat sad na dili siya murag ginabuhat jud na siya nato. So next is muscular strength. So what is muscular strength? So ang muscular strength is the muscles to exert a force during the activity such as lifting weights. So muscles strengthening exercises involve using your muscles to work against a resistance such as your body weights, elastic bands, or weights. So another definition sa muscular strength, so it is the power of the muscles, so kusog sa kaunuran, to push or fall against resistance like weights or body weight. So napud tay mga makuha ani mga benefits. So kuan siya makakuan sa atong muscles and bone nga makusgan or lig-on. So maka-improve pud ni siya sa atoang posture and balance. So another is maka-help pud ni siya nga maka-avoid or makalikita sa mga injuries and supports daily activities. So natin mga examples ani like push-up, squats, weightlifting, resistance, band exercises.
Good day, classmates. I'm Charles and I'm gonna report flexibility exercises. And now, let's start. Flexibility exercises. Stretch your muscles and may improve your range of motion at your joints. Stretching helps your muscle and joints become more flexible like a well-oiled machine. For example, if you stretch your hamstring, you notice it's easier to walk. And also, flexibility exercises can improve your flexibility and reduce your risk of injury during sports and other activities. When you do flexibility exercises, it can reduce your risk of injury because naanad na imong lawas. And also, flexibility exercises usually done in warm-up exercise to condition your muscles. Nakabantay mo when we are doing warm-up, na-adjud ang flexibility exercise to us nga dili makalita na tong lawas. And flexibility exercise usually done also in cooling down exercise. Ang cooling down exercise is importante siya because they help your body transition. Makalikay sad ka nga malipong ka after exercise because ang imong heart rate is imong ipababa before ka maghuman. That's all and thank you.
Good day everyone. My topic was all about bone strengthening exercise and muscular endurance. I'm Eros Colchano from BUPS 1 Block 3. Bone strengthening exercise or any weight-bearing activity that produces a force in the bone is also important to overall health for children and adults. This force is usually produced by impact with ground and results in bone growth in children and healthy maintenance of bone density in adults. Example of bone strengthening activities including jumping, walking, jogging, and weightlifting exercises. As you can see, some exercises such as walking or jogging serve a dual purpose of strengthening our bones and our aerobic system, while muscular endurance, on the other hand, is how many times you can lift a certain amount of weight. Resistance training also refers to our weight training or strength training, helps increase muscular strength and endurance.
Static stretching is most often recommended for general fitness. With this type, you slowly ease into the position and hold for 10 to 30 seconds before slowly releasing the stretch. Static stretching should be performed with warm muscles, such as after a warm-up or at the end of a workout. And it helps improve flexibility and should be done after warming up or after exercise when muscles are warm. There are two forms of static stretching, the active and the passive. Active static. This form of stretching is used in yoga and martial arts. The stretch is held by the strength of the agonist muscles, muscles responsible for the movement. Think of the stretch across the upper body during the Warrior Two pose in yoga. Your arms are extended as your back, chest, and shoulders are stretched. The muscles of the arms and shoulders are the agonist muscles that allow you to hold this stretch. This type improves muscle control, balance, and flexibility. Passive static. During this type of stretching, you hold the limb to perform the stretch without any assistance, such as bar or bands. Think of a standing quadriceps stretch in which you bend your leg behind you and the foot, pulling the heel in close to your bottom, which stretches the front of the upper thigh. This method is more relaxing and helps lengthen tight muscles after exercise. And that's all. Thank you.
Good day, classmate. I'm Ralph Sanchez. Today, I'm going to discuss my assigned topic, which are talk about resistance training and circuit training. Resistance training. Strength exercises such as weightlifting, push-up, and crunches work your muscle by using resistance like a dumbbell or your own body weight. Resistance training. Na siya duha ka way of exercises using weight or bugat. It could be weight or timbang sa imong lawas or weight. Things like using dumbbells and etc. Una is weight or timbang. Kini nga exercise is nag-refer siya sa mga exercises like push-up, crunches, and calisthenics. And so much more nga nag-use siya sa imong gikabugaton. Ikaduha is mao ni ang paggamit sa butang nga bugat nga like dumbbells and barbell ug uban pang equipment sa gym. Now let's proceed to circuit training. It is when you alternate between several exercises, usually 5 to 10, that target different.
Dynamic stretching is stretching with movement the body transition gradually into a position, and this movement is repeated as you increase your reach and strength range of motion. Research has found that dynamic stretching is less beneficial than static stretching for increasing range of motion, but unlike static stretching, it is ideal during the pre-workout phase because it gently warms muscle while also stretching them.
Good afternoon. I'm Carolina Nyosa from Block 6. So, I'm going to discuss the intensity of physical activity. Intensity refers to the rate at which the activity is being performed or the magnitude of the effort required to perform an activity or exercise. It can be thought of as how hard a person works to perform the activity. So, kanilang intensity kay nag-refer ni siya kung unsa ang magnitude na gi-required sa maestra. So, kana na ang for example, katong gi-perform daw ninyo by group. Need man to siya vigorous. So, type siya sa vigorous activity. The intensity of the different forms of physical activity varies between people. The intensity of physical activity depends on an individual's previous exercise experience and their relative level of fitness. So, ang intensity daw po kay depende po sa kanana ang individual. So, lahi-lahi ta og intensity. So, for example, ako
What are the principles of exercise that I can use as my guide in my fitness plan? A successful exercise program incorporates a number of general principles in order to make this training safe and effective, helping us to achieve our goals. Next is principle of individual differences. The principle of individual differences simply means that because we all are unique individuals, we will all have a slightly different response to an exercise program. This is another way of saying that one size does not fit at all when it comes to exercise. Well-designed exercise programs should be based on our individual differences and responses to exercise. Some of these differences have to do with the body size and shape, genetics, past experience, chronic conditions, injuries, and even gender. For example, women generally need more recovery time than men. I and older athletes generally need more recovery time than younger athletes.
Principle of specificity. We've all heard the phrase, practice makes perfect. Well, this is the principle of specificity in action. This principle simply states that exercising a certain body part or component of the body primarily develops that part. The principle of specificity implies that to become better at a particular exercise or skill, you must perform that exercise or skill. A runner should train by running, a swimmer by swimming, and a cyclist by cycling. While it's helpful to have a good base of fitness and to do general conditioning routines, if you want to be better at your sports, you need to train specifically for that sport. Principle of overload. The exercise science principle of overload states that a greater than normal stress or load on the body is required for training adaptation to take place. What that means is that in order to improve our fitness, strength of endurance, we need to increase the workload accordingly. In order for a muscle, including the heart, to increase strength, it must gradually stressed by working against a load greater than it is accustomed to. For adaptation to occur, the volume of exercise must overload the body in some way in line with the capacity of individual to cope with the overload. Principle of progression. The principle of progression implies that there is an optimal level of overload that should be achieved, and an optimal time frame for this overload to occur. A gradual and systematic increase in the workload over a period of time will result in improvements in fitness without risk of injury. If overload occurs too slowly, improvement is unlikely. But overload that is increased too rapidly may result in injury or muscle damage. For example, the weekend athlete who exercises vigorously only on weekends violates the principle of progression and most likely will not see obvious fitness gains. The principle of progression also stresses the need for proper rest and recovery. Continual stress on the body and constant overload will result in exhaustion and injury. You should not train hard all the time, as you'll risk overtraining and decrease in fitness.
Greetings everyone. I am Colonel Jeremiah Tandayag from Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, Block 3. So I am discussing you the principle of adaptation and the FITT principle. Principle of adaptation. Adaptation refers to the body's ability to adjust to increase or decrease physical demands. It is also one way we learn to coordinate muscle movement and develop sport-specific skills such as battling, swimming freestyle, or shooting free throws. Repeatedly practicing a skill or activity makes it second nature and easier to perform. Adaptation explains why beginning exercisers are often sore after starting a new routine. But after doing the same exercise for weeks and months, they have little, if any, muscle soreness. Additionally, it makes an athlete very efficient and allows him to expend less energy doing the same movements. This reinforces the needs to vary a workout routine if you want to see continued improvement. So next is the FITT principle, or also known as the frequency, intensity, time, and type. So first is the F for FITT. It is how often you exercise. Next is the intensity for the FITT. It is how hard you exercise. Next is the time, how long you exercise, and the type, what kind of exercise. So the